Welcome to the Boston Society Space.
It started back in high school, participating in platforms, to raise funds for clubs in high school. It's interesting. I was actually a treasurer of a high school club that was called Leah's, which sort of donated money to charity and also promoted the growth of young people, young entrepreneurs in high school. So that's when I guess my journey of becoming an entrepreneur started. Being in television, or after growing so much in the media space, I decided to actually branch into my own social entrepreneurship journey to offer young people a platform to express themselves and also a platform to showcase their creativity and to develop South African communities. Boston Society is a youth lifestyle media company. It's integrated. It includes streetwear, art, also, it's a retail space. The main inspiration for the platform has always been skateboarding, music, art, and creativity to give young people a new media space where they can actually showcase their products and also where we can actually take streetwear to the global platforms coming from South Africa. You're not going to find us, trying to push, the popular brands that everybody knows. But those indie brands that you can find, and so we're trying to connect those, the entrepreneurs in all, in South Africa and internationally, that sort of thing. So Boston Society, the name, was inspired by an entrepreneur called Greg Selko. He's based in Boston, Massachusetts, in the States. But because we couldn't get a domain name, and also it didn't really make sense to call our brand Boston in South Africa, we decided to play around with the name so that we could call it Boston Society. Young people were actually proud of what they were doing in a collective way, in a society. So it became Boston, as in take ownership of what you're doing as a society and actually push it to the market. So that's how the name came about. If you're an entrepreneur, you're opening up the platforms. And that's the key thing about it. You're listening to other people and you're making things happen for other people and for yourself. If you're working, you kind of have to conform to what other people want you to do, which is, it's cool in its own way, but you don't express yourself fully as you would want to as an entrepreneur. So that's really the kick. That's what gives you the energy to wake up every day to actually do what you gotta do. So even if you go home and sleep at 11 or 12 o'clock, you actually don't feel the pinch because that's what you want to do. That's your calling and that's where you want to go. When we decided to get this space, I was just thinking, am I going to make it? Am I going to do this? So the whole idea of repainting the space to create the white on white feeling that we had, the idea of creating a white on white gallery, it was just overwhelming. The moment I think about it, I actually became emotional on the day because here I was, undertaking a journey that I actually never thought I was going to do. That you're looking at yourself, you've got an option to either fail and not do what you want to do or succeed. And I kind of decided, okay, let's go with the succeed route and see where it takes us. I'm sure it's going to take us far. So that was my key moment in my first day moments. As a young person myself, trying to create this legacy for myself and for everybody else who was helping out at the time, it was just too big. It was just too big a moment for me, to just record that in my memory. The online store works like a normal retail platform. We've got clothing, we've got lifestyle products, and we also have the art. So we taking our brands, the brands that we retail in this space, in the Boston Society space, we put it online because that's the way to go global. We get to reach possibly hundreds of millions of people, checking out South African art. Some of the art and design and products, like fashionable streetwear that they wouldn't actually have seen. You know what I mean? Okay, my dream is to create a legacy not just for myself, but for everybody around me. This includes all the artists that I work with, all the designers that I work with, all the local brands, that are made in South Africa, with a dream to actually take them internationally so that they can work with other brands that are actually based in other international markets. Yeah, I hope one day everybody will see that Boston Society from inception has always been about people. So, my dream has never been individual specific. It's always been about we. I know this sounds like a cliche because most people do it. I'm not looking forward to giving back to the community. I'm looking forward to working together with the community so that we create something for ourselves. Online is the way to go. Boston Society is the future, and I hope the online store is going to be the platform for all the young creatives, designers, artists, musicians, skateboarders going forward. My name is Elisha Mpofu, Creative Director of Boston Society. I'm Youngpreneur.